here's my problem. I want to go somewhere besides this campground. It's a state park, so I can be off grid. You know, that's the whole point of this thing. And somewhere by myself. And you know, you would initially think, oh wow, that's got to be awesome and so cool and so easy. You know, you just freaking go somewhere, right? But where do you go? How do you figure that out? I went to the BLM field station and they didn't really give me any specific direction. I got a bunch of maps and a bunch of locations, and I got this whole wide area from Carson City to Reno and all around it. You know, it's like, so it's challenging. And I forgot to mention, what's tricky is right now I gotta have data service for my cell phone, because that's how I'm communicating with clients and my membership, and you know, doing all the things I got to do. I'm trying to find a beautiful place, relatively off-grid, that has cell service, if that exists. All right, so I got lost just trying to find how to get up in these freaking hills, so I had to stop at a bar. I came up to this, and I'm not sure. I'm almost positive I can make it through this creek, and then there's a trail right up there. But I'm by myself, so I'm not sure if I should do it or not. Well, that was exciting because it was some really, really good trail riding. But no reception, and it's higher up, and I can already feel the wind and the cold. So I don't think I want to try that. So I'm gonna go back down, stay at the campground tonight, and try to research some places that are beautiful, off-grid, weather's tolerable. It's way more challenging than I thought it was gonna be. Pro tip. I don't know. All right, what is up? So I am at a campground in Washoe Lake, which is between Carson City and Reno, Nevada. It's beautiful. And but the thing with the state campgrounds is obviously you're paying for a spot. It's not very expensive. If you do dry camping, it's $14 a night. If you do a spot with power, it's $24. Total that up over a month, it's less than half of what you pay in rent, right? But the whole point of me doing this is not to pay for a spot. So I've been sitting here trying to figure out and learn how to find places to go that are relatively off-grid, but places that I'm not going to get myself into some trouble if I go out there exploring, because I got this trailer with me. And I'm just going to share with you what I've learned so far. Now I'm going to take you into my computer for a screen share with audio. Enter.com, there's a phone app. I'm using the desktop version. I just love using the desktop for things. It's just easier to see and navigate. So anyway, when you come in here, you got these little icons that mean different things. And what I'm usually looking for is this little camping with a moon symbol, because that means that it's not a designated campground, but it's a place someone else has found valuable. And as I'm clicking around on these different places here, if I click on something, it says boondock outside Carson City. If I click on it, and then I go more details, then what's cool is whoever stayed there will give you some information and also take some pictures. All right, so I have an idea of what to look for when I get there and what their experience is like. Now I can, on that more details page, I can check out the coordinates and plug those in into one of my favorite apps, which is called Gaia GPS. And when I type in those coordinates here, then it pulls me right here to this spot. If I zoom out, excuse me, then sure enough, I'm at that little fork, that V with in between some forest trails. And I don't see those forest trails here, but it does look very similar. Now, another place that I can cross-reference is going to be Google Earth. So if I zoom out on Google Earth, and I come to, where are we at? Here's Carson City right here. Isn't that Carson City? Hold on. All right, there's Carson City, right? Yep. Now, if I come up here and I type in those same coordinates, and I hit search, boom, there's that little V that resembles the V on Gaia. And so all those places kind of line up, okay? Now, the question is, what is this place actually like? You know, when I zoom in, You know, first of all, it looks like a pretty decent trail getting up to this position here. And then I think the campground that I'm looking for, or the camping spot, is this little spot right here, because you can see there's been some vehicles that have turned around a little bit. Or it might be this spot right here. But in general, I'm in the right location, so now I have to go explore and see what the heck that place looks like. Look at this little area right here. Big ass slope. All right, I did it. Check it out. My new home for a few days. It's actually pretty damn fucking awesome right up in here. Oh yeah. Look at this. Overlooking this little valley here. And I got good cell reception so I can work. All right, so I guess this happens when you're out here off grid and you find good spots. You know, I've been here for a couple of days. I'm leaving tomorrow. But there's a sketchy old freaking man with a beat up Tahoe or Chevy something, suburban looking thing, with some dogs that are not very well behaved, that came through a couple of days ago, and he just stopped up here for a second right next to me. And I'm just sitting here thinking, okay, I just hope he drives on. He doesn't cause a scene, you know. And so then he does start up and leave, and as he's leaving, he says something along the lines of, "You're lucky I don't run over your something." I don't know if he said dog or what he said. So, and he's right down the road right here. So I'll do a video of him. But first of all, I got a freaking Glock 45, and I got a concealed permit. So I'm also going to call the local sheriff department and just let them know that the sketchy mofo is up here, just in case something happens. He's a weak old man. It's not like I'm worried about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could cause some trouble, and that's not a good thing. So anyway, stay tuned. All right, making a call to the sheriff department just to be safe. Hey, I'm not sure if this is the right number to call, but I'm camping southwest of Carson City, and I have a guy that seems like, I don't know, he might be a problem. I just wanted to make someone aware of it, just in case there was a problem. Is this the right number to call, or?
Where are you camping at, sir?
Southwest of Carson City.
Okay, so you're on Kings Canyon Road, yes.
I'm just off of it. You come up when it turns into a dirt road, and there's a little camping spot at the top of a hill. I got some grid coordinates. I just want to make someone aware, just in case something happens. I don't think anything is, but just in case, I just want to be safe.
Okay, would you like to file a report?
I don't think so. Nothing has happened.
But if you'd like to file a report, then, we can have a deputy, go out and meet you, say, at the end of Kings Canyon, before where the pavement turns into a dirt road.
Yeah.
Speak with you there if you'd like to file a report.
Yeah, I'll hold off, but if I feel any more concerned, then I'll give you a call back and set that up for sure.
If you feel any type of way, you change your mind, you want to file a report, just give us a call back. We're open 24/7. We'll have a deputy come out and meet with you.
Okay, really appreciate it. I'm pretty self-reliant. I have a concealed carry, and I just don't like weird, creepy people like that. But I have your number right here, and I'll pay attention. So.
I understand.
Yeah.
Better just be safe and sorry. So if you do change your mind, feel weird, definitely do give us a call.
I agree. Okay, thank you so much, sir. All right, so made somebody aware, and he said file a report if it really concerns me, which it doesn't, but you never know. If this guy just hangs out down here, then I may end up calling the sheriff to come out and meet me for a second. So it's interesting because I think we all want to avoid confrontation. I think that's also kind of primordial. And so I'm sitting here looking at this guy, right? I'm sitting here assessing, why does this make me so nervous? It's an old freaking guy. He seems to be drunk. He's sick. He's just, he's not very capable at all. Again, being stereotypical, his truck's all freaking beat up. He's got dogs that are fucking unbelievably, not trained or whatever. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, so what's the possibilities? What could happen here? Like, he can't match me physically at all, you know, like if it went to that. So if he got Henri, the worst thing that could happen is he would break out a weapon, which again, even then, I'd be quicker, faster, smarter, more accurate, whatever, right? So I shouldn't be worried, but I would just never want it to go there with anything or anybody, you know? So anyway, called dispatch, just made them aware of the situation. They said if I want to file a report, just to be safe, sheriff could come meet me down at the paved road down here. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that just yet, you know. And so these hikers that were hanging out right here, well, some hikers pulled in, parked, and they were like, hey, is it okay if we park here? We're going to go for a hike. I was like, yeah, absolutely. We BS'd for a little bit, and they asked me what I was doing. They were like, oh, so cool, going off grid, all this. So then they came through he's just down the road right here. And I just saw some stuff happening there. And so when they came up, I asked him, I said, you know, is everything okay? Did he give you a hard time? They're like, not really. Like, you know, his dogs were kind of sketchy, you know, but, and I told him I called dispatch, and yeah, that's smart. And that was it. So there's some witnesses, and I shouldn't be too nervous, but I don't want to deal with any BS. I would just like to have a nice, quiet evening. But there's this looming potential because this guy's right down here. Like, if he fucking sets up down here and camps, like, I'll be, you know, on edge most of the evening. Hopefully he's smart enough not to freaking do anything. But I got Conan. I'll lock everything up tonight. I'll take everything and make sure that it's all freaking secure. I have all my windows open so I can watch and listen and see. And yeah, the adventure continues.
Good morning. Alright, just took a peek out. It's too dark to see, but the dude's still down there. Didn't bother me at all. By the time I made it to bed, I was just like, alright, he's not going to do anything. He's just a grouchy old man looking for somewhere to stay, you know. But I hope he takes off early this morning so that I can take off and feel secure leaving the trailer behind for a little bit while I run some errands.
This is my current living situation, overlooking a beautiful freaking valley, and there's no one here but me and Conan. Hey, thank you so much for following. I so appreciate it. I really do. If you find this information useful, feel free to support me in whatever way feels right. And honestly, just following, liking, commenting, even sharing means the world to me. But you can also visit my Buy Me a Coffee page at buymeacoffee.com/PaulCTijarina to support yourself and your health while supporting me. I would check out my online community where I have courses, recipes, meal plans, workouts, live calls. Visit community.superhumantransformation.com and to schedule some one-on-one time with me, or to apply for masterful health coaching in the areas of animal-based nutrition, ancestral-based health practices, and simplifying your frickin' life. Visit my health coaching site at superhumantransformation.com.